And this is the most beautiful waterfall in the United States. If you made it this far, you just saw 50 unreal places created by nothing but nature and time. Comment below which waterfall was your number one and which one you'd want to see in real life. If you want more videos about the most beautiful places on Earth, like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next one will be even crazier. 50. Sitting Bull Falls, Carlsbad, New Mexico. Hidden deep within a rugged canyon in the Lincoln National Forest, Sitting Bull Falls serves as a stunning desert oasis where spring-fed waters tumble 150 feet down a majestic limestone cliff into a series of clear, inviting pools. This unique geological marvel flows consistently throughout the year, despite being located in the arid Chihuahuan Desert, sustaining a vibrant pocket of lush ferns and vegetation that thrives in the constant mist of the cascading water. Over countless centuries, the mineral-rich waters have sculpted the surrounding landscape by depositing thick layers of travertine, creating a complex network of shelves and small caves that offer visitors a fascinating glimpse into the area's ancient natural history. 49. Big Manitou Falls, Superior, Wisconsin. Standing as the highest waterfall in the state of Wisconsin, Big Manitou Falls plunges an impressive 165 feet over a jagged basalt cliff into the deep, rocky gorge of the Black River, creating a thunderous roar that echoes through the surrounding forest. This spectacular natural landmark was formed thousands of years ago by ancient volcanic activity and glacial shifts, leaving behind a dramatic landscape where the dark, tannin-stained water contrasts beautifully with the lush greenery of Pattison State Park. Visitors trekking along the steep, winding trails are rewarded with breathtaking panoramic views from several overlooks, where they can witness the sheer power of the falls as the water mist rises from the canyon floor to meet the towering white pines above. 48. Moss Glen Falls, Stowe, Vermont. Cascading through a narrow, moss-covered gorge just a short distance from the charming village of Stowe, Moss Glen Falls is often celebrated as one of Vermont's most photogenic natural wonders due to its elegant 125-foot drop and the way the water fans out over jagged rock tiers. The trail leading to the falls offers a quintessential New England hiking experience, winding through lush wetlands and dense woodlands before climbing to a steep overlook that provides a dramatic bird's eye view of the powerful lower falls crashing into the deep pool below. During the peak of autumn, the waterfall becomes a centerpiece of the landscape as the vibrant oranges and deep reds of the surrounding maples frame the white, rushing water, creating a breathtaking scene that captures the rugged and serene spirit of the Green Mountains. 47. Kent Falls, Kent, Connecticut. Cascading down a series of dramatic stone steps in the heart of the Litchfield Hills, Kent Falls drops a total of 250 feet through a lush woodland setting, creating a mesmerizing sequence of rushing water and misty pools that have captivated visitors for generations. The waterfall is renowned for its unique geological formations, where the relentless force of the falling water has carved smooth, circular potholes into the ancient marble and schist bedrock, offering a fascinating look at the natural power that has shaped the Connecticut landscape over millennia. As visitors ascend the steep but well-maintained staircase trail alongside the falls, they are treated to multiple observation decks that provide intimate views of each individual tier, especially during the spring thaw when the volume of water turns the stream into a roaring white torrent framed by vibrant forest greenery. 46. Issaquena Falls, Walhalla, South Carolina. Steeped in local folklore and historical mystery, this spectacular 100-foot vertical drop serves as a cornerstone of South Carolina's upstate beauty, where the water flows over massive chunks of weathered gneiss to create a strikingly wide and textured curtain of white spray. Unlike more secluded backcountry treks, this impressive landmark is remarkably accessible, allowing travelers to stand atop a sturdy wooden observation deck deck and witness the sheer velocity of the creek as it transitions from a gentle stream into a roaring torrent that disappears into the dense foliage of the valley floor. The surrounding landscape of Stump House Mountain Park provides a dramatic backdrop for the falls, where the humid air is thick with the sound of crashing water and the forest floor is perpetually damp, fostering a unique micro-ecosystem of ferns and wildflowers that thrive in the shadow of the granite cliffs. 45. High Falls, Pigeon River, Grand Portage, Minnesota. High Falls of the Pigeon River serves as a thunderous natural boundary between Minnesota and Ontario, where the massive volume of water plunges 120 feet over a sheer volcanic cliff, earning its reputation as the highest and most powerful waterfall in the state. High Falls of the Pigeon River was once a legendary obstacle for early voyageurs and fur traders whose survival depended on a grueling 9-mile bypass known as the Grand Portage to avoid these violent, swirling currents that dominate the rugged northern wilderness. High Falls of the Pigeon River creates an awe-inspiring sensory display within the state park, where the deep, tannin-stained waters crash into a rocky abyss with such intensity that the ground vibrates underfoot, and a perpetual cloud of mist blankets the surrounding ancient pine forest. 44. Falling Spring Falls, Covington, Virginia. Falling Spring Falls is a breathtaking 200-foot-tall thermal spring cascade that tumbles over a jagged travertine cliff, creating a shimmering veil of water that Thomas Jefferson once described as one of the most impressive natural wonders in the entire state of Virginia. Falling Spring Falls stands out among Appalachian landmarks because its source is a warm mineral spring located further up the mountain, which allows the water to maintain a consistent flow and a unique chemical composition that has deposited massive limestone shelves over thousands of years. Falling Spring Falls offers a spectacular roadside viewing experience where travelers can witness the sheer vertical drop of the stream as it shatters into a fine white mist upon the rocks below, all while framed by the ever-changing colors of the dense Allegheny Highlands forest. 43. Raymondskill Falls, Milford, Pennsylvania. Raymondskill Falls holds the prestigious title of being the tallest waterfall in Pennsylvania, consisting of 3 dramatic tiers that reach a combined height only a few feet shorter than Niagara Falls when measured in its entirety. Raymondskill Falls provides a captivating display of hydrological power as the creek funnels through narrow stone chutes and erupts into broad, fan-like veils of white water that crash against the ancient hemlock-shaded cliffs of the Delaware Water Gap. Raymondskill Falls is accessible via a steep but rewarding woodland trail that leads hikers to 2 distinct observation platforms, offering an intimate perspective on the sheer force of the upper drop and a panoramic view of the final plunge into the rocky basin below. 42. Willow Falls, Hudson, Wisconsin. Willow Falls stands as the majestic centerpiece of Willow River State Park, where the river has relentlessly carved a massive limestone gorge over thousands of years to create a powerful, multi-tiered cascade that spans nearly 100 feet in width. Willow Falls offers a truly immersive natural experience as the rushing water tumbles over a series of jagged rock ledges, producing a thunderous roar that echoes through the steep canyon walls and fills the surrounding air with a refreshing, cool mist. Willow Falls is uniquely accessible to adventurers who can stand on a sturdy pedestrian bridge directly spanning the base of the falls, providing a spectacular vantage point to witness the sheer volume of water as it surges toward the St. Croix River. Willow Falls becomes an even more enchanting destination during the winter months, when the cascading layers partially freeze into intricate ice sculptures and giant blue icicles, transforming the rugged Wisconsin landscape into a silent, shimmering, crystalline wonderland. 41. Arethusa Falls, Hart's location, New Hampshire. Arethusa Falls is widely considered the crown jewel of New Hampshire's White Mountains, boasting a staggering 140-foot drop that makes it the tallest single-plunge waterfall in the state and a premier destination for hikers seeking raw alpine beauty. Arethusa Falls presents a striking visual display as the water glides and dances down a granite cliff face in a distinct horsetail fashion, spreading out into a wide, delicate veil of white foam that contrasts sharply against the dark, ancient stone of Crawford Notch. Arethusa Falls serves as a dramatic reward for those who navigate the rugged, uphill trek through a dense forest of beech and hemlock, where the sound of the falling water grows from a faint whisper into a powerful rumble as you approach the towering rocky amphitheater. Arethusa Falls transforms throughout the seasons, shifting from a thunderous torrent during the spring snowmelt to a magnificent ice cathedral in the winter, when the entire vertical wall freezes into massive translucent blue pillars that attract expert ice climbers from across the country. 40. Minnehaha Falls, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Minnehaha Falls is a breathtaking 53-foot urban masterpiece nestled within the heart of Minneapolis, where the creek suddenly plunges over a dramatic limestone overhang into a lush, sunken glen that feels worlds away from the surrounding city. Minnehaha Falls gained legendary status in American culture after being immortalized by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow in his 1855 epic poem, The Song of Hiawatha, which transformed this graceful cascade into a romantic symbol of the wild spirit of the Midwest. Minnehaha Falls showcases a fascinating geological history, as the relentless force of the water has gradually carved back the soft sandstone layers over thousands of years, creating a wide, circular rock amphitheater that echoes with the sound of the crashing torrent. Minnehaha Falls offers a truly magical spectacle during the frigid Minnesota winters, when the entire flow freezes into a massive, glowing blue ice curtain that encases the cliffside in a shimmering crystalline fortress, attracting photographers and winter explorers from across the globe. 39. Cummins Falls, Cookeville, Tennessee. Cummins Falls stands as a rugged and majestic centerpiece of the Tennessee State Park system, where the Blackburn Fork State Scenic River drops an impressive 75 feet over a wide, multi-layered limestone terrace into a massive, deep swimming hole. Cummins Falls has long been a legendary destination for locals and adventurers alike, frequently ranked as one of the best swimming holes in the United States due to its expansive natural pool and the flat, sun-drenched rock shelves that surround the base of the thundering water. Cummins Falls requires a true sense of adventure to reach, as hikers must navigate a scenic but challenging gorge trail that involves wading through water and crossing slippery boulders, making the first sight of the towering cascades feel like a hard-earned reward. Cummins Falls showcases the raw power of the Cumberland Plateau's hydrology, with its distinct rectangular rock formations creating a series of natural steps that break the falling river into a complex symphony of white foam and shimmering curtains before it continues its journey downstream. 38. Gooseberry Falls, Two Harbors, Minnesota. Gooseberry Falls is often referred to as the gateway to the North Shore, featuring a spectacular series of 3 distinct drops where the Gooseberry River tumbles over ancient dark basaltic rock layers formed by volcanic activity billions of years ago. Gooseberry Falls provides a thunderous symphony of rushing water as it cascades through the upper, middle, and lower falls, eventually carving its way through a rugged stone gorge before emptying into the vast, cold expanse of Lake Superior. Gooseberry Falls is exceptionally popular for its interactive landscape, allowing visitors to wander across the wide, flat volcanic ledges and feel the powerful vibration of the water as it shatters into a refreshing mist against the backdrop of a dense, coniferous forest. Gooseberry Falls undergoes a dramatic transformation during the winter months when the rushing torrents freeze into massive amber-tinted ice walls and intricate crystalline formations, creating a silent and surreal frozen kingdom that attracts hikers and photographers from across the Midwest. 37. Catskill Falls, Hunter, New York. Catskill Falls reigns as one of the most iconic natural landmarks in the Catskill Mountains, featuring a breathtaking 2-tiered drop that plunges a total of 260 feet, making it one of the tallest and most visually striking waterfalls in the entire state of New York. Catskill Falls achieved legendary status during the 19th century as a primary inspiration for the Hudson River School of Painters, whose romanticized masterpieces captured the ethereal beauty of the water spilling over a massive, amphitheater-like sandstone ledge. Catskill Falls offers an exhilarating experience for hikers who navigate the steep, rocky terrain to reach the soaring stone alcove behind the upper tier, where they can look through the shimmering veil of water to see the misty valley stretching out toward the horizon. Catskill Falls is steeped in both natural splendor and local folklore, serving as a powerful reminder of the region's wild history, while its rushing currents continue to carve deeper into the ancient bedrock, surrounded by a dense canopy of maple and hemlock trees. 36. Bond Falls, Paulding, Michigan. Bond Falls is widely considered one of the most beautiful and photogenic landmarks in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, where the middle branch of the Ontonagon River fans out over a wide, fractured crust of volcanic rock to create a stunning 50-foot drop. Bond Falls features a remarkably broad and intricate network of cascades that split into numerous smaller streams, weaving around mossy boulders and jagged stone steps to produce a delicate, lacy appearance that contrasts with the typical power of larger falls. Bond Falls is exceptionally accessible thanks to an extensive system of boardwalks and 6 distinct viewing platforms that allow visitors of all ages to stand mere feet away from the rushing water and feel the cool, constant spray as it surges toward the valley floor. Bond Falls serves as a serene sanctuary within the surrounding hardwood forest, where the amber-tinted water flows with a rhythmic grace that changes beautifully with the seasons, from the vibrant greens of summer to the fiery oranges of autumn and the shimmering ice of a northern winter. 34. Great Falls, Potomac, Maryland, Virginia. Great Falls represents a spectacular display of raw geological power, where the massive Potomac River narrows and surges through Mather Gorge, plummeting over a series of jagged rocks and steep drops that create some of the most treacherous and impressive rapids in the United States. Great Falls offers a dramatic landscape of ancient metamorphic rock and jagged cliffs that have been sculpted over millions of years, providing a stark and rugged natural contrast located just a short distance from the bustling urban center of Washington, D.C. Great Falls is easily admired from a series of stunning overlooks on both the Maryland and Virginia sides of the river, where visitors can witness the sheer velocity of the water as it crashes through the rocky bottleneck, sending plumes of white spray high into the air against a backdrop of dense forest greenery. 33. Bushkill Falls, Bushkill, Pennsylvania. Bushkill Falls, often nicknamed the Niagara of Pennsylvania, represents a unique private park in the Pocono Mountains, where 8 different waterfalls cascade into deep forested gorges over dramatic rock walls covered in moss and ferns. Bushkill Falls is renowned for its extensive and precisely constructed network of wooden boardwalks and suspension bridges, which allow visitors to safely traverse above the roaring currents and admire the majestic main waterfall plunging from a height of over 100 feet. Bushkill Falls creates an immersive natural experience in which the scent of the damp pine forest mingles with the relentless thunder of water crashing against the shale bedrock, making this site one of the most sought-after destinations for landscape photographers and hiking enthusiasts throughout the region. 32. Lower Calf Creek Falls, Boulder, Utah. Lower Calf Creek Falls stands as a breathtaking oasis in the heart of the rugged Utah desert, where a 126-foot stream of water glides elegantly down a massive red sandstone cliff adorned with colorful mineral streaks that resemble a natural masterpiece. Lower Calf Creek Falls creates a crystal-clear emerald pool at its base, surrounded by lush vegetation and towering trees that offer a stunning visual contrast to the parched canyons and stark rock monuments of the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. Lower Calf Creek Falls is reached via a scenic 6-mile sandy trail that winds past ancient Native American pictographs and soaring cliffs, finally revealing this hidden paradise where the constant falling mist provides a refreshing escape from the intense desert heat. 31. Whitewater Falls, Cashiers, North Carolina. Whitewater Falls is widely celebrated as the highest waterfall east of the Rocky Mountains, featuring a staggering 411-foot plunge where the river thunders down a massive, tiered rock face into a deep, mist-filled gorge within the Walhalla National Forest. Whitewater Falls provides a dramatic spectacle of Appalachian Hawaiian wilderness, where the sheer vertical drop and the immense volume of rushing water create a powerful roar that echoes through the surrounding old-growth forest of hemlocks and hardwoods. Whitewater Falls is easily accessible via a paved pathway leading to a spectacular upper overlook, offering visitors a panoramic view of the cascading whitewater framed by the rugged Blue Ridge Mountains and the vibrant foliage that transforms with the seasons. 30. Rainbow Falls, Watkins Glen, New York. Rainbow Falls is the enchanting centerpiece of Watkins Glen State Park, where the Glen Creek has sculpted a narrow, winding canyon of shale and limestone into a scene so ethereal that it is frequently described as a real-life fairy tale. Rainbow Falls creates a magical atmosphere as its delicate, shimmering veil of water spills from a high-hanging valley directly over the main walking trail, allowing visitors to walk behind the cascade while sunlight often refracts through the mist to create vivid, fleeting rainbows. Rainbow Falls is surrounded by lush, dripping ferns and moss-covered rock layers that have been perfectly smoothed by centuries of erosion, forming a dramatic series of stone staircases and emerald pools that look like they were plucked from the pages of a fantasy novel. 29. Rifle Falls, Rifle, Colorado. Rifle Falls is a uniquely stunning landmark in western Colorado, featuring a rare triple cascade where the water plunges 70 feet over a lush, moss-covered travertine cliff into a series of serene, mist-filled pools. Rifle Falls offers a magical, tropical-like atmosphere that contrasts sharply with the surrounding arid landscape, as the constant spray from the 3 side-by-side waterfalls sustains a vibrant ecosystem of verdant ferns and thick vegetation along the canyon floor. Rifle Falls is famous for the dark limestone caves tucked beneath its towering cliffs, providing adventurous visitors with the opportunity to explore mysterious rock chambers and tunnels just steps away from the thundering sound of the falling water. 28. Nugget Falls, Juneau, Alaska. Nugget Falls is a spectacular glacial cascade that thunders down a 377-foot rocky mountainside directly into the iceberg-filled Mendenhall Lake, creating a breathtaking visual connection between the towering coastal peaks and the massive face of the nearby Mendenhall Glacier. Nugget Falls offers a truly unique Alaskan experience where visitors can hike a scenic shoreline trail to stand on a wide sandbar at the base of the falls, feeling the immense power of the rushing meltwater as it shatters into a cold, refreshing mist against the backdrop of ancient blue ice. Nugget Falls serves as a dramatic testament to the raw beauty of the Tongass National Forest, where the roaring white torrent provides a stunning contrast to the deep turquoise hues of the surrounding glacial landscape and the frequent sightings of bald eagles soaring above the misty cliffs. 27. Blackwater Falls, Davis, West Virginia. Blackwater Falls is famous for its distinctive amber-tinted waters, which are colored by the tannic acid from fallen hemlock and red spruce needles, creating a striking black water effect as the river plunges 5 stories over a rugged sandstone ledge. Blackwater Falls serves as a dramatic centerpiece to one of West Virginia's most photographed state parks, where the powerful current surges into a deep, 8-mile-long canyon characterized faced by massive boulders and steep, forest-covered walls that echo with the constant roar of the tumbling water. Black Waterfalls offers an accessible yet immersive wilderness experience through a series of wooden boardwalks and observation platforms that allow visitors to descend into the misty gorge and witness the sheer force of the cascade as it shatters into golden foam against the dark rocks below. 26. Sol Duke Falls, Port Angeles, Washington. Sol Duke Falls is widely regarded as one of the most picturesque and unique waterfalls in Olympic National Park, featuring a rare multi-channel drop where the river splits into 3 or 4 distinct plumes that plunge nearly 50 feet into a narrow, moss-lined basalt canyon. Sol Duke Falls is surrounded by a primeval temperate rainforest where ancient towering evergreens and a lush carpet of ferns create a deep, emerald green cathedral that amplifies the thunderous roar of the glacial waters as they surge through the rocky gorge. Sol Duke Falls offers a truly magical perspective from its iconic wooden footbridge, which spans directly over the misty chasm, allowing hikers to look straight down into the turbulent white water as it shatters against the dark stone walls and disappears into the dense rising fog of the forest. 25. Waimoku Falls, Hana, Hawaii. Waimoku Falls serves as the spectacular grand finale of the popular Pipiwai Trail on Maui, where this colossal 400-foot stream of water plunges down a sheer, deep green lava rock face into a shallow pool surrounded by towering cliffs. Waimoku Falls creates an almost otherworldly atmosphere as the journey to reach it leads through a dense, hauntingly beautiful bamboo forest where the gentle clacking of swaying stalks is gradually replaced by the growing thunder of water falling from an immense height. Waimoku Falls is a true symbol of untamed Hawaiian nature within Haleakala National Park, where vertical gardens of ferns and tropical moss cover nearly every inch of the rock wall as a constant white ribbon of water disappears into the thick mist of the jungle below. 24. Tahquamenon Falls, Paradise, Michigan. Tahquamenon Falls stands as a true natural jewel of Michigan's Upper Peninsula, most famous for its Upper Falls, which spans over 200 feet across, making it one of the largest waterfalls east of the Mississippi and leaving visitors in awe of its raw, untamed power. Tahquamenon Falls boasts a unique amber to brown coloration that has earned it the nickname Root Beer Falls, a fascinating natural phenomenon caused by tannins leached from the surrounding cedar and hemlock swamps, which create a thick, creamy foam as the water crashes below. Tahquamenon Falls offers visitors an immersive experience in the heart of pristine wilderness, where deep forests and a network of hiking trails blend with the relentless roar of falling water, creating a perfect landscape that transforms dramatically from lush summer greens to a frozen fairy tale wonderland in winter. 23. Grand Falls, Flagstaff, Arizona. Grand Falls, often referred to as the Chocolate Falls, due to its distinct brown coloration, is a fascinating natural phenomenon located on Navajo Nation land, where seasonal silt from the Little Colorado River creates massive cascades that are actually wider and taller than the famous Niagara Falls. Grand Falls was formed thousands of years ago when a lava flow from a nearby crater dammed the original riverbed, forcing the water to carve a new path over high desert cliffs and resulting in this dramatic 185-foot drop that transforms into a roaring torrent of chocolate-colored water during the spring snowmelt. Grand Falls offers visitors an almost surreal glimpse into the raw power of the Arizona desert, where amidst a parched landscape of dust and rock, a thundering monument of falling water suddenly appears, only to fall silent during dry months and reveal its intricate lava terraces and bare stone walls once again. 22. Looking Glass Falls, Brevard, North Carolina. Looking Glass Falls is one of the most photogenic and accessible waterfalls in Pisgah National Forest, where the Looking Glass Creek thunders over a 60-foot rock ledge into a calm pool below that serves as a popular swimming hole for hikers seeking a refreshing escape during the summer months. Looking Glass Falls owes its name to the nearby Looking Glass Rock, which features granite walls that freeze into sheets of ice in winter and shine like a giant mirror in summer rain, perfectly complementing the atmosphere of this site, where the falling water creates a delicate mist that refracts sunlight through the dense forest canopy. Looking Glass Falls offers visitors a unique experience due to its convenient roadside location, allowing the Cascades to be admired from an upper viewing platform or by descending stone stairs to the very base, where the roar of the water and the sight of the vertical drop embraced by the lush Appalachian forest create an unforgettable natural spectacle. 21. Cumberland Falls, Corbin, Kentucky. Cumberland Falls, often referred to as the Niagara of the South, is one of the most impressive waterfalls in the United States, where the Cumberland River stretches nearly 125 feet across a massive sandstone ledge and plunges into a deep gorge shrouded in eternal mist and white spray. Cumberland Falls is world-renowned as one of the few places in the Western Hemisphere to regularly produce a rare moonbow during a full moon, where moonlight refracting through the mist of the falls creates an ethereal silver rainbow that draws nighttime observers from all over the globe. Cumberland Falls serves as the dramatic centerpiece of its namesake state park, where visitors can utilize multiple viewing platforms to witness the immense power of the water crashing against giant boulders in the riverbed, while the surrounding Appalachian wilderness provides a rugged backdrop of sheer cliffs and dense pine forests. 20. Linville Falls, Linville Falls, North Carolina. Linville Falls is undoubtedly the most famous and powerful waterfall along the iconic Blue Ridge Parkway, where the Linville River surges through a three-tiered rock formation and culminates in a spectacular 45-foot plunge into the rugged Linville Gorge, often referred to as the Grand Canyon of the East. Linville Falls offers visitors a network of 4 distinct overlooks accessible via scenic forest trails, which reveal not only the raw power of the falling water, but also the fascinating geological layers of ancient cliffs and deep emerald pools hidden in the shadows of towering hemlocks and pines. Linville Falls creates a dramatic scenery that transforms with every season, from lush summer greenery and blooming rhododendrons to the fiery colors of autumn foliage, while the constant roar of the river crashing against the quartzite bedrock serves as a powerful reminder of the untamed beauty of the Appalachian wilderness. 19. Letchworth Falls, Upper Middle, Castile, New York. Letchworth Falls, located in the heart of the park, often called the Grand Canyon of the East, represent a spectacular series of cascades on the Genesee River, where Middle Falls in particular awes visitors with its monumental width and the thunder of water plunging over 100 feet between steep shale cliffs. Letchworth Falls offer a unique visual experience at Upper Falls, where an iconic and massive railroad bridge arches high above the crest, creating a perfect harmony between industrial architecture and the raw power of nature that has patiently carved the deep canyon over millennia. Letchworth Falls are surrounded by a network of breathtaking overlooks and historic stone pathways that allow visitors to watch the turbulent river transform into a fine mist rising from the gorge, which, combined with the golden hues of autumn foliage, creates one of the most stunning landscapes in all of New York State. 18. Amicalola Falls, Dawsonville, Georgia. Amicalola Falls stands as the highest waterfall in Georgia and one of the most impressive natural wonders of the southeastern United States, plunging 729 feet in a dramatic series of cascades down a steep forested bluff in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Amicalola Falls, whose name is derived from a Cherokee word meaning tumbling waters, offers visitors a challenging yet rewarding journey via a system of staircases and observation platforms that provide up-close views of the roaring torrent while revealing breathtaking panoramic vistas of the surrounding mountain ridges. Amicalola Falls serves as a magnificent gateway for hikers due to its proximity to the southern terminus of the famous Appalachian Trail, where its majestic white ribbon of water creates a striking contrast against the lush greenery, providing an unforgettable backdrop for outdoor enthusiasts. 17. South Falls, Silver Falls, Silverton, Oregon. South Falls is the crowning jewel of Oregon's Silver Falls State Park, where the South Silver Creek plunges in a graceful arc over a recessed basalt shelf from a height of 177 feet into a deep amphitheater surrounded by a lush, temperate rainforest. South Falls is world-renowned for its unique geological formation that allows visitors to walk on a safe trail directly behind the falling curtain of water, offering an immersive experience where one can view the translucent cascade and feel the cooling mist from the safety of the cavern tucked behind the falls. South Falls serves as the magnificent start to the famous Trail of 10 Falls, with its majestic vertical drop framed by deep green mosses and ferns, creating an iconic natural scenery in every season that perfectly embodies the untamed and misty beauty of the Pacific Northwest. 16. Fall Creek Falls, Spencer, Tennessee. Fall Creek Falls, standing at a monumental 256 feet, is the highest free-falling waterfall east of the Mississippi River and serves as the breathtaking centerpiece of Tennessee's largest state park, where the water plunges from the rim of a massive amphitheater into a deep, shale-lined gorge. Fall Creek Falls offers visitors an unforgettable perspective from its upper overlooks, where one can watch the white column of water dramatically dissipate into a fine mist before crashing into the dark pool below, which is encircled by sheer walls covered in moss and ancient forest growth. Fall Creek Falls creates a unique ecosystem in the heart of the Cumberland Plateau, where the force of the falling water combines with an extensive network of hiking trails and suspension bridges, allowing nature lovers to fully experience the raw energy and geological beauty of this vertical natural monument. 15. Bridal Veil Falls, Telluride, Colorado. Bridal Veil Falls stands as the tallest free-falling waterfall in Colorado, plunging 365 feet at the head of a stunning glacial box canyon, where it serves as a majestic white crown overlooking the historic mining town of Telluride. Bridal Veil Falls is world-renowned not only for its natural splendor, but also for the iconic historic power plant perched precariously on the very edge of the cliff, which was built in 1907 and continues to give the site a unique character where daring human engineering meets the raw power of the San Juan Mountains. Bridal Veil Falls offers adventurous visitors an unforgettable experience, whether they choose to navigate the winding switchbacks to its summit by foot, bike, or off-road vehicle, rewarded by the deafening roar of the water and panoramic vistas of rugged rock faces and lush alpine meadows stretching far below. 14. Vernal Fall, Yosemite Valley, California. Vernal Fall is a magnificent 317-foot waterfall on the Merced River that stands as one of Yosemite's most iconic landmarks, famous for its perfectly rectangular shape and the way its powerful emerald-tinted waters maintain a steady flow long after other seasonal falls in the valley have begun to dry up. Vernal Fall is the centerpiece of the legendary Mist Trail, a steep and drenching stone stairway where hikers are enveloped in a constant, refreshing cloud of spray that nourishes a vibrant, hanging garden of ferns and wildflowers along the sheer granite cliffs throughout the spring and summer. Vernal Fall offers a breathtaking perspective from its wide granite crest, where the river smoothly glides over the edge before shattering into a thunderous white roar below, creating a series of brilliant rainbows in the afternoon sun that dance across the misty canyon for all who make the arduous journey to the top. 13. Tauganic Falls, Trumansburg, New York. Tauganic Falls is one of the most spectacular natural wonders of the Northeast, plunging 215 feet in a single massive drop, standing 3 stories taller than Niagara Falls, into a monumental stone amphitheater carved over millions of years by the persistent flow of Tauganic Creek. Tauganic Falls offers visitors an almost surreal glimpse into Earth's geological history, as its 400-foot vertical cliffs reveal perfectly horizontal layers of shale and limestone that create a dramatic backdrop for the thundering column of water, disappearing into a deep, mist-shrouded gorge. Taoscanic Falls is easily accessible via a scenic and level gorge trail that allows hikers to stand nearly at the base of the cascade to feel its raw energy and echoing roar, while the surrounding forests of the Finger Lakes region provide an atmosphere of untouched and majestic wilderness. 12. Shoshone Falls, Twin Falls, Idaho. Shoshone Falls, rightfully dubbed the Niagara of the West, is a monumental natural phenomenon on the Snake River that spans an impressive 900 feet across and drops 212 feet, making it even taller than the famous Niagara Falls and offering a breathtaking spectacle of thundering water during the spring snowmelt. Shoshone Falls is nestled within a deep basalt canyon where the river's powerful current has carved dramatic rock formations over millennia, creating a fascinating scenery of stark volcanic cliffs contrasted by white cascades and frequent rainbows that showcase the raw beauty of Idaho's landscape. Shoshone Falls offers visitors a comprehensive experience through well-maintained overlooks and parks that provide stunning vantage points of the aquatic giant, while nearby history buffs can explore the site associated with Evel Knievel's daring attempt to jump the canyon on a rocket-powered cycle. 11. Palouse Falls, Starbuck, Washington. Palouse Falls, the official state waterfall of Washington, is a dramatic remnant of the colossal Missoula floods from the last ice age, where the Palouse River plunges nearly 200 feet in a single mighty drop into a circular basalt amphitheater surrounded by rugged and stark cliffs. Palouse Falls offers one of the world's most stunning displays of channeled scablands geology, where a deep gorge with vertical walls was carved over millennia, shifting colors from golden to deep purple during sunset and creating an almost ethereal contrast with the white foam of the thundering water. Palouse Falls holds deep spiritual significance for the Palace people, whose legends tell of a battle between 4 giant brothers and a colossal beaver, a struggle said to have carved the falls and the surrounding rock formations into the unique, jagged landscape that continues to fascinate photographers and wilderness enthusiasts today. 10. Akaka Falls, Hilo, Havaii. Akaka Falls is the crown jewel of the Big Island's Hilo coast, where this slender and elegant stream of water plunges from an incredible height of 442 feet into a deep vegetation-shrouded gorge, making it one of Hawaii's tallest and most famous waterfalls. Akaka Falls is surrounded by an almost surreal tropical jungle, featuring a winding paved path lined with giant ferns, fragrant ginger blossoms, and dense bamboo groves that together create the atmosphere of a lost garden of paradise. Akaka Falls offers visitors an immersive experience of the raw power of Pacific nature, as the white veil of water creates a cinematic contrast against emerald green cliffs, complemented by the constant hum of falling droplets and the fresh scent of the rainforest. 9. Ruby Falls, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Ruby Falls is a fascinating natural wonder hidden deep within Lookout Mountain, where this 145-foot subterranean waterfall plunges from a limestone cavern ceiling, making it the tallest and deepest underground waterfall open to the public in the United States. Ruby Falls was accidentally discovered in 1928 by cave explorer Leo Lambert, who named this hidden gem after his wife, Ruby, and transformed it into a world-famous attraction where modern LED lighting now dramatically highlights the cascading water and surrounding ancient stalactites. Ruby Falls offers visitors a truly magical experience, as the journey involves a deep elevator descent and a trek through mysterious cavern passages that culminate in a breathtaking stone cathedral, where a vertical torrent of water roars amidst the subterranean silence, illuminated by a shifting spectrum of colors. 8. Wailua Falls, Lihue, Hava'i. Wailua Falls is one of the most iconic and easily recognizable waterfalls on the island of Kauai, best known for its 2 parallel streams of water that plunge approximately 80 feet into a deep turquoise pool surrounded by lush, tropical vegetation. Wailua Falls gained worldwide fame through television as it was featured in the opening credits of the popular series Fantasy Island, making this spot a must-see destination for travelers wanting to witness the ultimate definition of a Hawaiian paradise with their own eyes. Wailua Falls offers visitors a unique experience due to its incredible accessibility right from the roadside, where an overlook provides an unobstructed view of the thundering cascades that often create vivid rainbows over the river during the morning hours as sunlight pierces through the mist. Wailua Falls also plays a significant role in Hawaiian legends, as it is said that ancient Hawaiian warriors once proved their bravery and manhood by leaping from the top of these falls into the depths below to demonstrate their fearlessness to their tribe. 7. Snoqualmie Falls. Snoqualmie, Washington. Snoqualmie Falls is one of Washington state's most visited natural wonders, where the mighty Snoqualmie River plunges 268 feet over a sheer basalt cliff, a drop that is actually several feet higher than that of the world-famous Niagara Falls. Snoqualmie Falls holds profound spiritual significance for the Snoqualmie tribe, who revere this site as a sacred center of creation, where the mist rising from the cascading water serves as a conduit between the heavens and the earth, carrying prayers to their ancestors. Snoqualmie Falls earned a permanent place in global pop culture as the iconic backdrop for the mystery series Twin Peaks, where the sight of the thundering water beneath the historic Salish Lodge and Spa perfectly captures the eerie and atmospheric beauty of the Pacific Northwest. Snoqualmie Falls offers visitors a comprehensive experience with well-maintained upper observation decks and a steep half-mile trail that winds through an old-growth forest to the canyon floor, allowing guests to feel the raw energy and deafening roar of the water crashing against massive river boulders. 6. McWay Falls, Big Sur, California. McWay Falls is a rare geological marvel and one of the most photographed spots along California's Big Sur coast, featuring an 80-foot waterfall that plunges directly onto the beach or into the ocean, making it one of the few tide falls in existence. McWay Falls is nestled within the picturesque McWay Cove in Julia Pfeiffer Burns State Park, where the azure waters of the Pacific Ocean, combined with white sands and the steady freshwater stream, create a scene that resembles a pristine tropical island rather than the rugged northern California coastline. McWay Falls holds a fascinating history linked to the former Waterfall House estate that once sat on the cliffs above, where today only the stone foundations remain as a reminder of an era when wealthy patrons chose this breathtaking vantage point as their private sanctuary. McWay Falls offers visitors a visual spectacle that transforms with the tides, as high tide sees the water dropping directly into the churning surf, while low tide reveals it landing on an untouched sandy shore that remains strictly off-limits to the public for conservation and safety. 5. Burney Falls, Burney, California. Burney Falls is considered by many to be the most beautiful waterfall in California, uniquely characterized by water that doesn't just flow over the top from Burney Creek, but also emerges in countless delicate springs directly through the porous basalt cliff face, creating a stunning wall of water effect. Burney Falls earned high praise from President Theodore Roosevelt, who, after his visit, famously dubbed it the eighth wonder of the world, forever cementing the prestige of this 129-foot natural marvel that maintains a powerful and consistent flow regardless of the season. Burney Falls plunges into a crystal-clear, deep turquoise pool where the water temperature remains a constant 42 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 degrees Celsius, which, combined with the perpetual mist and moss-covered rocks, creates a refreshing and nearly magical microclimate in the heat of the California interior. Burney Falls is surrounded by a majestic pine forest and a network of hiking trails that allow visitors to loop around the entire cascade, witnessing how underground springs that have traveled for miles through volcanic lava tubes finally emerge in this spectacular symphony of water and light. 4. Multnomah Falls, Corbin, Oregon. Multnomah Falls is the tallest waterfall in Oregon, plunging 620 feet in two majestic tiers down a sheer basalt cliff. serving as the crowning jewel of the Columbia River Gorge and a symbol of the Pacific Northwest's natural grandeur. Multnomah Falls offers one of the most iconic photographic vantage points in the world, thanks to the Benson Bridge, which spans the misty chasm between the two drops, allowing visitors to stand directly above the lower falls and feel the spray of the thundering water from just feet away. Multnomah Falls is uniquely sustained by underground springs from Larch Mountain, ensuring that unlike many seasonal falls, it maintains a spectacular flow year-round, occasionally transforming into a breathtaking cathedral of ice during rare deep-freeze winter events. Multnomah Falls welcomes millions of visitors annually through its historic 1925 stone lodge, providing a perfect blend of rustic architecture and wild scenery that transports travelers back to the early days of scenic highway exploration along the Columbia River. 3. Havasu Falls, Supai, Arizona. Havasu Falls is a world-renowned natural gem hidden deep within a remote branch of the Grand Canyon on Havasupai tribal land, where a powerful 100-foot cascade plunges off a fiery red sandstone cliff into an ethereal turquoise pool that creates a surreal contrast against the desert landscape. Havasu Falls owes its iconic blue-green hue to an extremely high concentration of dissolved calcium carbonate and magnesium, which over millennia has deposited layers of travertine to form a series of terraced pools that resemble an exotic oasis tucked inside the rugged canyon walls. Havasu Falls represents one of the most exclusive and physically demanding destinations in the U.S., as visiting requires a highly coveted permit that often sells out within minutes, followed by a strenuous 10-mile trek through the arid backcountry to reach the isolated village of Supai. Havasu Falls is a sacred site for the Havasupai people, the people of the blue-green water, who have inhabited the canyon for centuries. And the falls themselves are a living landscape, constantly reshaped by dramatic flash floods that periodically reconfigure the limestone formations and the canyon floor. 2. Yosemite Falls, Yosemite National Park, California. Yosemite Falls stands as the highest waterfall in North America and the 6th tallest in the world, with a staggering total drop of 2,425 feet divided into 3 distinct sections: Upper Yosemite Fall, the Middle Cascades, and Lower Yosemite Fall, that together dominate the skyline of Yosemite Valley. Yosemite Falls is fueled almost entirely by melting snowpack from the high country tundra, meaning its power peaks in late spring when the deafening roar of the water can be heard miles away and the spray creates a refreshing mist throughout the valley, though this giant can dwindle to a mere trickle or dry up completely by late summer. Yosemite Falls offers visitors fascinating phenomena, such as the rare moonbow during clear full moon nights, or the stunning firefall effect, where morning sunlight hits the mist at specific angles, illuminating the water so intensely that it appears like a glowing stream of molten lava cascading down the granite face. Yosemite Falls is accessible via a range of trails, from the easy stroll to the base of the lower falls, to the grueling all-day hike to the crest of the upper fall, which rewards the adventurous with a dizzying view directly over the precipice and a breathtaking panorama of Half Dome and the entire glacial valley. 1. Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls, New York. Niagara Falls is not merely a single waterfall, but a spectacular collective of 3 massive cascades: the Horseshoe Falls, American Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls, which together form the most powerful waterfall system in North America, with an incredible 6 million cubic feet of water rushing over the brink every minute. Niagara Falls stands as a global marvel of hydroelectric engineering, where the Niagara River serves as a giant source of clean energy, utilizing sophisticated systems to balance the water flow so that its aesthetic grandeur is preserved for millions of tourists while maximizing power generation for millions of homes. Niagara Falls offers visitors an immersive experience via the iconic Made of the Mist boat tour, which navigates directly into the thundering basin of the Horseshoe Falls, where amidst the deafening roar and drenching mist, the boundaries between sky and earth blur, and you feel the raw, untamed power of nature. Niagara Falls transforms into a magical light show at night as the walls of water are illuminated by multicolored spotlights, which, combined with frigid winters when the spray freezes into intricate ice formations and surrounding trees look like crystal sculptures, creates one of the most romantic and awe-inspiring scenes on the planet. Thanks for watching, and remember, the world is more beautiful than we think.